Good Monday morning. Today we are going to be live coding live pair programming, live mob programming if chat fixes errors for us, a particle photon. So that is what you are seeing. Oh God, David is too large. That is what you are seeing down here in the lower right corner. It's a little Arduino-like, Arduino compatible device. It's Wi-Fi connected. You can buy one at Particle.io. I really like these people, and this is not a sponsored video. I just like them. I've used them a couple of years before. That is why I have it on the show. And yeah, that's what we're gonna play around with today. So you're seeing this on my desk here. This is how it looks like this in the size comparison with a banana. And David is going to be the driver that is going to be programming it. So he's actually going to deploy code to the cloud, which is then synced down to this thing. It's pretty amazing. This streaming setup it's so bizarre. I'm super excited about this. I have no idea if this is gonna work. So yeah, let's get going. I am MPJ, and this is
David,
and you are watching Fun Function.
Okay, so what is this? It's some kind of thing that can do what?
Yeah.
And what is the particle thing? Development kits for the Internet of Things. Buy the Wi-Fi, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Yeah, so you can go to the particle store there, actually.
Yep. Going.
And you can see there is if you scroll down, there should be like an internet button. That is on my desk. Do they even sell it anymore? Yeah, there it is, internet button. So this is basically, it has like a bunch of LEDs around the edge. So you see, like the code that is running now is just blinking one of them in blue. And it also has 4 buttons on the bottom here, like push buttons. So like we can actually like press here and here and here, and that will register. Like we can listen to those. God, your resolution keeps changing.
What?
The NDI.
Why is it?
I don't know why it's like. I think that you had that same problem with me and like and the live stream as well. Really wonky.
Perhaps it's because we're doing both the screen share and.
No, I don't think so. Like we had the same problem yesterday.
All right.
Well, it's not a problem. I see it immediately when it happens, so it's fine.
Okay, so yeah, so we have that, and what? But you are over there, and I'm over here. Okay, so that's a problem, sort of. It's not connected to my computer. It's connected to your computer. Is that a problem?
Exactly. It's actually not even connected to my computer.
Oh, okay.
It's connected through the cloud. So you program these through the cloud, which is very handy because you can these can be you can also buy these with cellular connection. So you can, for instance, like deploy them just anywhere and have them like connected to the internet, and then program them remotely and firmware update them and stuff. If you like, for instance, put it on. I know that I have a couple of friends that use this to create a little boat that we're driving around in the archipelago of Stockholm. And they coded, like live coded it while it was out at sea.
Yeah, that sounds cool. And I guess these are the types of devices that are being used for like DDoSes and that stuff, like the attacks. They are being hacked, and then they are using to like spam servers.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Okay, so we have that, the thing.
Yep.
The internet
so
button.
Yeah. So let's just play around a little bit with it. Let's screw around with it. Like if you just go to the Particle console.
Yeah.
There should be a web IDE here. I think that's the bottom left option. Yeah. See if this works. Yeah, and on the left side here you see like there's a current app, there's some files, there's my apps, and there's an app that I built which is called Blink Shit.
I only see the blink and LED.
No, it's above.
Oh, that one.
There. What we see here is that we are pulling in the internet button library.
Yeah. Oh.
What even happened?
Well, as soon as I focus, it removed that sidebar thingy.
Oh, okay.
I'm fixing.
All right, cool.
Oh, okay.
I'll okay.
Okay, I will fix back. Okay.
All right.
Sorry, stream.
Fix it. Yeah. This is stream. Biscuit asks, like, sorry if you mentioned, but is this Java? We have no fucking idea what this is. This is some Particle thing. I think it's some. Is it perhaps some C? I would say that it perhaps C. I'm not sure what language this is. I think it's C.
Okay, yes. So we have the include internet button here.
Yeah, and then we instantiate an internet button on line 7. And then there is a function called setup, which is ran. It's executed when the device starts, I suppose. I don't know, when the program starts. And then you see here, like, there's a function called loop. Yeah, Biscuit says, like, he just checked. It's C++. And Mort Zuber says that, like, it's definitely not C# as it doesn't use C# doesn't use header files. And Daniel Garden says it's a fork of C++ created for Arduino. So that's what we're looking at. So there's a function here called you call a method on the button called LED on, and I think that the first argument there is like the position of the LED, because there's 12 around the button. So we can actually just go ahead and try change that and deploy it.
Can I just can I have I will just add another LED, right?
Yeah, sure.
6 and 12 perhaps.
Yeah,
or
and
is it
I
0?
think, no, good question. I would imagine that it begins at 0.
And then we turn it off like it does here.
Yeah.
Have to have semicolons, I guess. Okay, where do I click now?
Yeah, I think you click like the check mark in the upper left corner. I think that verifies the code.
No.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think you need to. You have one argument too little on line 22. Hey, Cosmagic, welcome to the
First
stream.
fail.
Yep. All right. So, did that work?
And if I just had checked chat, they would have told me before I clicked it probably. So, okay, yeah, it's ready.
Yeah. Dr. Robot Vinnick asked what that little lion icon on your Chrome is. Like, because this is not Chrome, right? This is Brave.
Yeah, this is the Brave browser. It has like built-in ad blockers and some kind of thing of giving people money. I don't know if that works.
Oh, it does. We actually get some money from it.
Yeah. So it's sort of like the Flatter idea, that through usage, or like you can just input money into Brave somehow, and then it will get dispersed to people having websites and channels and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Melaggio says that, oh, the old Pomodoro button. Yeah, thank you for remembering that video. I've used it in a video before on the channel.
Okay, so how can I deploy it?
Yeah, it's the button above the verify icon, the lightning one. So
Flashing code.
yeah, so I think that we should just see things starting to happening with my device here. Hopefully, yes. There we go, and it's flashing, and nothing happened, nothing changed. Why not? Or no, nothing changed. So perhaps 0 is not a valid.
Let's just do 1. 1 feels safer.
Yeah.
Verify.
Drug on me. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Fun Function.
And I'm flashing it. Deploying.
Yeah, JNF Smile says, isn't the first argument ID of LED? Yeah, I think so. I think so. But perhaps the ID starts at... yeah, it starts at look, works.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
That's really cool. Then what to do with this?
Yeah. Video done.
Yeah. So I have an idea. I mean, we can do anything you want, but like just to get you started. Like I have this thing that I would like to exist. I guess you've seen Simon Yacht's thing, the calendar. Have you seen that? Simon Yacht's meditation calendar.
Okay.
Yeah, that one. And you have to scrub a little bit in this video to find the actual calendar. Yeah, this is the one. So
you can turn on and off lights.
Yeah, so it's basically like a check thing where you, every time you meditate or whatever habit that you want to do, like burpees in the morning or flossing or whatever, you press a button on the calendar and it lights up. It's kind of a cool idea, but I don't like, it doesn't quite reflect how I build habits. And looking at research, like this is very hell-bent on you doing something every single day, which isn't actually how habits are built. Like you don't have to do things every day for a habit to lock in. And this is just from the I know that this comes from Jerry Seinfeld of like, do not break the chain, but I don't like these things because it becomes so incredibly demotivating if you miss one day, because you're gonna have like this broken streak in that thing. That looks really good where like the way she displays it, but that's not how your habit streak is gonna look. Like you're gonna have bad days where you don't care, and then it's gonna look bad.
Yeah.
So what I want is instead, like, imagine like a little sculpture, like something in glass. Like I don't know what the premium brand for glass sculptures in your country is, but in Sweden it's Costa Boda. Imagine one of these, and then there is like light from below that lights the sculpture in different colors. And you can touch the sculpture as an input. So when you touch the sculpture like makes a little rewarding sound or something, and it goes green. And you can touch this like every morning. And if you do this 3 days in a row, it turns blue until you miss a day, and then it goes green again, and then you have to go 3 again. And if you miss a day, that's fine. It's still gonna be green. But if you miss 2 days, it's gonna turn yellow. If you miss 3 days, it's gonna turn red. And if you miss a 4th day, then your streak is broken and you've lost it.
Okay.
So it's kind of like,
how would this work if we were to do that?
Like the first thing that the first thing to do, I guess, is to make it turn all green.
Yes. So by clicking a button, it turns green.
Yeah, or like just make it green. The first thing, I guess.
RGB. Okay. Let's just turn it. It doesn't have to blink. Remove the delays. Yeah, it will just be on. LED on. How many LEDs are there?
12.
Should we just run?
Says, like, how is the procrastination thing going along? Oh, it's
how
going
do I
along
even write
great.
for loops in C?
I think it's just a for loop. I think it's just that you have to declare the type, I think.
Int I equal
Yeah.
1. Do you do it like this?
Yeah, but you have to, yeah, I'd say so. But like, you're doing it in the wrong order though. That's not how you write a for loop. You need to like the check is in the middle and then the change is to the right. Three. Oh, what's even the name? I don't know how to read Twitch.
Okay, Matthias. Code review. Does this sound plausible?
Well, he's. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So a functional programmer. What's a for loop? That was fun, Cosmagic.
That's really fun, Cosmagic.
And this is how we always run things. We just deploy them and see if it works.
Yep.
Because then we have to wait. And waiting is fun, because then we can speak with chat.
Hawkeye wants a min LED and max LED variable.
We'll do it when we need it.
Yeah. We actually do need it, I think, next up.
It works!
Yeah, awesome. Progress. Yeah, because we don't need it yet. Can we like remove all of these comments?
Yeah, okay. Let's start procrastinating by doing things that aren't really necessary. Okay, right. Stream is about removing comments.
Sorry.
For all the young ones out there, remove all comments.
T-Software, welcome to the stream.
It's telling you to always remove comments. Remember that, kids.
Disc Demon says, isn't removing magic numbers valid enough reason to use min and max variables? The thing is, like, yes, if we were at a later stage, but the problem is that we might, like, if we start refactoring and improving the code, we might and then end up like throwing the code away as we are working further. Then we have just made unnecessary work. It's better to wait with like tidying things up once the code has stopped mutating a bit.
Okay, I will do some middle ground here. I will just comment and explain what's going on here. So then we don't have to do the LED min, LED max. Okay, so now we have that.
Can we improve, like increase the font size a little bit?
Oops.
So that people see more. Is that possible? Just zoom.
Yeah, I tried that, but this is Brave. Oh, it has another shortcut for zoom.
Ugh.
Instead of plus. Okay, so this perhaps.
This is a lot better. JNF Smile says bike shedding. Yep, that's we could call the stream that just bike shedding.
Yeah.
The bike shed.
Okay.
Homer asks if it's pure C or Arduino C. Yeah, it's Arduino C. All right, so let's figure out how to do this.
How can we interact? I would like it to be okay. So do you know what I want?
Yeah. No, I don't.
So when we turn it on,
yeah,
we need to have some kind of timer that counts so it turns off after a while.
Yeah.
So how do we do that?
Good question. Like we would have to perhaps like do a time when you press the button, and then like just check in the loop if that time, like if we are like 5 seconds past that time, and then turn them off. You can also delay it, as Daniel Garden suggests.
Yeah, so okay, so here's what I'm thinking. If I understood your goal, like you have the end goal, you want to have like these different colors, like you have to like refill the bucket sort of.
Yeah.
So we should probably have some kind of bucket that is like counting down, and then the LEDs reflect the status of the bucket. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because if we were just delaying, then it's just we can't refill it, because then when we have to, the delay just makes it that it can't receive new input.
Yeah.
So okay, what I want is, can we somehow turn it on and turn it off? How can we interact with the button?
Yeah, let's find that out. We need some Googling to do that. I don't know how to do that, honestly. So,
right.
particle internet button API, I guess.
Quick start. Sounds good.
Brilliant.
Blink and LED. Yeah, this was the example. Blink all LEDs. Oh, but, all LEDs on. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
Could do that instead. But we're not going to get stuck. If B button. When you click the second button.
Oh, it's you do an if statement and you check if button is on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah, so it's not event driven. It's everything happens in a loop.
Yeah.
This is so jarring when you're a JavaScript developer, but it's like very common for in C and game programming.
So let's set a state here.
Yeah, they can point out that like we need a local state that gets preserved between loops.
Yeah, exactly. So state, it's turned off.
Yeah.
If you turn button B, state is turned on. Oops, semicolons, I guess.
Yep.
And if, okay, so if button 1, if state equals 0, then turn it on. Otherwise, you get a nicer way, but let's just make it like that.
Cool.
And then the state is on, then we should turn them on.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, yeah, so this is just the first draft of code. We're not refactoring yet. We'll just see if this works.
Yep.
Okay, let's try it. So it should turn off now when it's uploaded, because we set the state to 0 up here, and then you have to press the number 2 button to change the state.
Yes. All right, so it's flashing.
Why that if inside if? Well, it's because we're toggling the state. So we have to say, so if the state is off, when we turn on the button, it should turn on if it was off. Otherwise, we should turn it off if it was on. Matthias, can you try it?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I wonder which button is 2. Perhaps this one? No. No. This one. Cool. But it doesn't turn off. Which makes sense.
Oh yeah, we forgot that. Else. Okay, I will do the be LED all off. Did we have one of those? Be LED off 3. All LEDs off. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm refactoring here. Sorry. All LEDs on. Okay.
Yeah, somebody suggested that we should write the goal down. I think like we should at some point have a place where we write down the goals dynamically. I'm gonna write this in the stream ideas and feedback, somewhere where we constantly keep.
Yeah, that was a good idea, Uber Goobs. Just like switch the state. So it is.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hello, we lost the call for some reason. Alright, so where were we?
So what I did was I refactored some code. So we changed here so that if we press the B button, the second button, we just set the state to the other, to like the inverse of the current state. So it's just toggling it.
Oh, brilliant.
We can just write here toggle state.
Yeah, and this is deployed to the button now, so I should be able to press it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Doesn't quite work.
Hang
on.
Why doesn't it work? Chat. Perhaps this inverse.
Yeah. Oh, check. Here's a hint though. If I press it, and if I hold down now, like it just flashes. So it's a little. I think it's a little random. I think as when I press now,
it's like for each iteration in the loop is switching the state.
So it's super fast toggling between the states. And if we're lucky, it ends up on one of them.
Oh.
So that's what's happening.
So how do we solve this? Debounce, right? Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Is there a debounce here?
Yeah. I think that no, the bounce doesn't work in a non-functional context.
Okay, but if we just delay, then we can sort of expect you to having released the button.
Yeah.
Is that a nice hack? People, so just delay 500 milliseconds.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
I would like to debounce, but delay will lock the CPU. I'm sure it will. Let's just try this.
Yeah, I mean, we could create some kind of yeah, like some kind of offset thing where we like keep tabs on when things were pressed and then like check an if statement, but that's a more complicated solution than delay. And again, like if we decide to do this, then we can refactor to that better solution. But at this point, we're just like playing around with things. So like it doesn't make sense to write the code well. Yet. Oh,
like
3v, yeah. 3v1 cow. What is that even? Even cow? Evil cow. Oh, I can read leet speak now. Evil cow says you can could have a was button press flag and reset it when the button isn't pressed. That's a pretty simple solution actually. Okay, so let's check this.
Is button on is the state.
Yeah, this doesn't quite work.
Okay, so
yeah,
Navigator, help me.
Well, it sort of works. It sort of works if I wait.
Yeah, but that sucks. I want it to work.
Well, if I hold like it, well, if I keep holding, it toggles.
Yes.
So I actually think that Evil Cow has a great solution there. Having a was button pressed boolean.
Okay, I added that. And what do I do with it?
Good question. Hang on. So if the button is pressed, it says sets that to true in 1.
If I'm pressing if the button is on.
Yeah.
Was button.
Exactly. Otherwise, you set it to 0.
Yeah. And then?
If the button pressed is hang on.
No, don't set it to 0 if not button.
Don't set it to 0 if not button. Okay. Oh yeah. No, hang on. Like I'm trying to understand somebody else's solution, but like it's only half made. Like I don't quite. If there's a button off, if so, just check that. Yeah, that's a good. Like just see if there's an API for it.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a button off?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's think this through.
Okay, yeah, let's skip this.
Yeah, let's just
boom.
Yeah, let's just be calm here and think. When the button is pressed, we want to. I would probably like. Can we just do this with timing?
Mm-hmm.
Like keeping tabs on when the button was pressed in like the millisecond time.
Sure. So we need does this have like some kind of time in itself, or should I just increment like set a timer and just set
I assume that it would be that some kind of daytime now would exist.
Mm.
Davobot says only change the LED state if the button was pressed and put a delay after you change the LED state. Well, we want to avoid delay.
There are many suggestions here in chat. I can't read.
Yeah, it's kind of like I think that several of them are probably correct, but it's just like I'm just getting overwhelmed with the possible solutions. It's Najo says initialize time in setup. Hawkeye says you're overthinking it. It's just assignment and checking if button was pressed. This is like, I remember like, this is an interesting thing. Like I remember this from my coding interview training. Like it's your brain just kind of breaks down and produces like no solutions for you. You just kind of like panic. So let's just calm down and figure it out. So can we just get rid of this state and was button pressed and stuff, because it's just...
Okay, let's just remove everything.
Yeah.
All LEDs are on.
Yeah.
Now everything is on. Okay?
Cool. So what is it that we want to do? Like just, like for me it sometimes helps with just writing it in English.
If button is pressed, and on the LEDs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, fine. So what is the problem with and that works. The problem with that is that we don't have a way of turning off the LEDs.
Yes.
So how do we solve that? We want to be able to toggle this. So again, like if we, when we press the button, we want to like toggle the state to be another state. However, we only want to change that once we I think that isn't the problem here that if we were doing this in JavaScript, I would be using key up. Because the problem here is that we only have like a key down event.
Yeah.
So is there any way for us to, so so we're checking, I think that we should set a variable, like button was pressed, and then, like button, and when the button is pressed, we set button is pressed, and then when we first detect that the button is no longer being pressed, then we switch the state.
Okay, I sort of started thinking how, what was this called again? If b dot button pressed, is that how it was called?
Yep.
2.
Exactly. Now we set the a little variable to keep tabs on that. Yeah, we have at some point pressed the button.
And that is being set to 1 while we're pressing it.
Yeah, exactly. And now we also detect. So if the inverse is true, like the else.
Here.
Yeah. Now we see here like, oh, now the button has
released.
Yeah. So now we checked if the button was. We don't know if it's been released. We only know that the button is not pressed.
So if button key up event.
Yeah. Hawkeye says, bingo! We got it. That was so interesting. Like, it's so fascinating. Like, this is a super simple problem, but like I just couldn't figure it out. Like,
it's also way more difficult when you feel that there are many people watching you and you want to perform.
Yep. Yes, exactly. 132 people, by the way. Just getting used to that. I understand why people like there's a feature in Twitch to hide the number of viewers, and I kind of understand why people wanted that feature.
Thank you, Hawkeye. Not just watching,
also
judging.
That's amazing. All right, so
should we just move the LEDs into here and just skip the state?
Let's try that. And we also need to turn off the reset the button was pressed. But perhaps that's jumping ahead of us. Like, just let's deploy this thing and see where we're at.
Yeah, so now it will be shut off first and then. Oops, it's an error. Okay, I think classing has no member button pressed. Okay. Is it button on? Has people written that?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, Evil Cow. We're ahead of us.
I've seen that button on in chat, but I was like, now they want a new variable. Code verify, flashing it up.
Yeah. Ubergoob says, back to MPGA's thoughts on front end with key up. There is an all buttons off to toggle when released. Well, I think that he that is if we're doing something else then. Okay, so is it flashed? Yeah, I think like it works now, but we need to also toggle it toggle it. So now we have no like toggling state.
Yeah. So how do we
now,
toggle it off then?
Yeah, like I think that your initial solution was great to have like a
I've
state.
forgotten it already.
It was like just a variable called state that was like on or off. And then you just toggle between them.
Here?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that you need to make that into a boolean though, because you can't do that.
I don't think there is booleans. There are booleans.
What?
Are there?
Yeah, it's in C++, sure.
Okay.
Bool. I'm just guessing, but you need to actually change the type to bool instead of int.
Oh yeah, of course. And then we remove the all LEDs on, and we put this in a separate if in the loop.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops.
Oh, Dacum says that logical not coerces 1 0. So what you did there was perfectly legal, but it's not like bool makes the intent better, clearer. All right, so
does this feel right? Everyone judging?
Let's judge the code.
Expect. Oh.
Where's on line 19? Luda
I agree
says,
that I agree that it clearly expresses the intent if it's a bool.
Yeah. Luda Pessi says that remember that you have 3 stages: pressed, while pressed, and not pressed. Okay, it's flashing. Right, it's connecting and pressing it. Oh, it's okay, so what happens is that you see that it's flashing a lot. Interesting. Why is it that? Is it because the all LEDs on is just kind of triggering perhaps like it's not expecting that all LEDs on should be cold all the time. But I mean, ostensibly it's working. If I press again, like it just immediately goes back on.
When do we set button was pressed back to 0?
Oh, we don't, right?
No.
Or well, I mean,
Ever.
Shouldn't that be on line 19?
As well?
No, I mean, isn't that what you're doing?
No, but I mean, here we set the button was pressed to 1, but we never set it back to 0.
Oh, button was pressed. No. Okay, yeah, I get you. I was confusing the 2 variables. So when do we press that? I guess that we do that in the else.
There? Do we make this into a bool as well? Okay, I'm doing a bunch.
No, now everybody says no. I like mob programming. It's like you have like a live human compiler.
Insert it after line 19. Okay, so just here? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Does that make you sense, Matthias?
Button was
yes,
I
yes,
think
yes,
fair enough.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
very funny how your brain just shuts down.
Yeah.
Also Matthias, we've been sitting here for 2.5 hours and not having had a single break. So it's also like we should have had a break by now.
Yeah, sure. This is true. But yeah, I think we're doing fine. All right, so is it flashing?
It's not ready. It just says That's
All
fine.
right, so
Your device
there
is
we go.
updated.
All right, cool. Now it's ready. So the little indicator here means like when it's just glowing, it means that it's connected. So now it's green. And now it's success. Okay, so whew. God, that was intense.
Okay, so
all right, so we have a, but we like it. We have. Can we break this out into a function?
which part?
Getting turning the green.
Toggling the LEDs?
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's unnecessary to do that into function.
I would rather like to have it. So what would be most fun for me, like right now, would be it to sort of fade out eventually.
Ooh.
So when we
I
turn
like
it
that.
on, we set a timer for like 5 seconds, and during those 5 seconds, it fades out.
Oh,
And when you
let's
press
do
it
that.
again, we refill the timer.
Oh, I love that. So do we want to like fade them to another color, or do we want to like
You just
have
fade it to 0. So we just fade it from 255 to 0. That will turn it dark. Right?
Oh, will it? Can we try that just to verify, or wait, like to me that would just be a different color. Like if you turn it very.
Okay, so I just turn it to 0, 0, 0, and we'll see how that looks, because we don't know.
Yeah.
Now flashing it.
Yeah, he points out that that will be black.
So can we?
Flashing. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it's completely dark now.
So isn't that good?
Yeah, I guess it. Let's try it. Let's try the fade.
So if we just, so instead of all LEDs off, we can just do all LEDs 0, 0, 0.
Yeah, seems like it.
Okay, so what we need now is some sort of countdowner timer thing.
Yeah, that's true.
We have no idea how many times this loop is running, but that doesn't matter.
No, exactly. I think that we should start logging the time of the button press. I think that would be very handy.
Yeah. So if the key up, the button was pressed, we should do something. Log the time. So we set time button pressed. I know these are.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Exactly.
Delta time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No. Like that's perfect. Like time button was pressed.
And what is
or
time
last button up, perhaps.
Last button up. Okay. Button up pressed. Okay. Time dot now. So int last button up.
Yeah. Yeah, and it can just be initial state could be -1, so that we can check that it has never been pressed.
Yeah, but this doesn't light up. Is that even how?
No, JNF Smile and Sweet Logan points out that it's millis.
Oh, okay. Time dot millis.
I guess.
Do we need to include the time library, or does this just work? I don't get it. Okay, I'm millis.
It doesn't look like it.
Time millis. Okay.
Yeah, but it needs to be an unsigned long though.
Okay.
What? Oh god, I keep forgetting this. What does unsigned mean? Does it mean that it can't go to minus, or is the signed that it can go? Which is it, chat? So that we don't have to Google it. Yeah. So unsigned means no negative.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, this demo says that signed is minus 127 to 128 and unsigned is 0 to 255.
All right, cool.
So 256 values.
Yep. Yeah, so you get like you can go higher if you have unsigned. If the memory space goes just to plus. All right.
So
fine.
and let's just have like a variable here that is an int that is fade out millis. We want it to fade out in 5,000 milliseconds.
Oh yeah. So I guess that now we should basically just keep fading this out. So we should figure out how long time has passed of the share of millisecond timeout that you just created. So we'll just, when the button stayed here, we just compare how long has been. Oh, I think that Matt, you just wrote the code for us.
And where do we put that code?
I think like it's where we set the color. Like we want to figure out what is color.
Oh yeah, so this is.
We basically just want to calculate the color here based.
So we don't need this if for using the state. Basically, we'll just like always be counting down.
Yeah.
So let's just write that. Count down to 0.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just. So if we take the we want to fade out milliseconds. Now, alright. Alright, fine. And then if we just do the if you just remove the current milliseconds.
No, the current millis.
Yeah, what happens then? What does that mean? Then we have
a minus number, right?
Yeah.
Because time will have passed. No. Fade out. Okay, sorry, I was thinking of something else.
Van Plow says that this is a really cool idea. Is it flashing over USB or internet? It's flashing over the internet. So this little thing is actually connected to through Wi-Fi to the Particle cloud. And it's not connected to my computer or anything. The USB is just for power, and David is flashing it, like it's logging in through the ID and editing and flashing it.
Yeah, comment what you want to do. Thank you, Ludapc. Let's just write here. Let's just write code here. What we want to do.
Yeah.
We want to
figure out how much of the timeout has passed. Okay. So first of all, like let's just write a variable. Let's take this in very small increments. Like let's create a variable, and not a variable, not the global, like just inline. That is how much time has passed since the last button pressed. So hang on, so that is, what is that? And yeah, isn't it millis minus last button up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have the milliseconds since last button up.
Yeah.
And I want to, so then I want to create a new variable that is percent of timeout.
Or do you mean like the opacity or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
How strong?
Yeah.
Give me a good name. I'm stuck with name.
Share of timeout passed.
Yeah.
And I guess that this is just time since last button up divided by millisecond, divided by the configuration value.
The fade out.
Yeah, fade out millis. Is that right? So if the fade, it's like, let's say that it's like, let's say that 1 second has passed, like 1,000, and we divide that by 5,000. What is that? 1 divided by 5, that's 0.2. Yeah, this is correct, I think.
But what happens?
Now we need to like go from, like, use that to go from 0 to 255.
Yeah. So we do this.
Media engineer, figure it out. This is mathy.
255 times that.
Yeah, but I would like a new variable for this. Just so that otherwise we'll have to rename that variable, because if you add that, it's no longer, the name is no longer correct.
Int green green value.
Yeah, what is even that? What is even like that 255 called like green value?
Like
yeah, I guess green value is pretty descriptive.
Let's just do green value. 255 times share of time out passed.
Yeah.
Green intensity. Thank you, chat.
Green intensity. Awesome. Oh, naming. Like,
and just we don't have to call it green. We can just call it intensity, because we can then put it for wherever.
Yeah. The only thing, like, won't this go negative eventually? Like the share of time out passed.
Yes.
So I get we need a,
well,
like a...
No, it won't go negative, because the last, but well, it's, if we go from 0, it will be in the opposite direction. So you know, if you click now, it will be 0.
Yeah.
But then if some time pass.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess not.
I think that sweet, they are pointing out that we're doing floating point math with int variables. Like, we're fucking JavaScript programmers here.
So this should be a float.
Yeah, or double. Like, I don't know, like, what is the difference? Does float work? What is the difference with float and double? Double is more like just more numbers, right? More memory. I think float is fine, right?
Okay, Svea Logan, some kind of map function here for Arduino. Let's check that out, because it's fun. What do you want to do? Map. Okay, accept.
Agree to the cookies.
I always... Oh, thank you. Good suggestion, Arduino.
Oh, cool. Remaps a number from one range to another. Oh, that's good. Okay, so how does this work?
Yes, speaker break.
Oh god, I'll eat a banana. I actually I have bulla in the fridge, but I just push through. We have 15 minutes left.
Okay, Matthias, you are the brains right now. What should we do with map?
I think that
let's just figure it out.
Okay, so map. Oh, hang on, go back so that I can see it.
It says here.
Yeah, all right. Map. So we have a value, and from high to low to high. I don't quite get it. From low what? From high what? To low high.
No,
I don't know.
I don't get
like,
it.
Yeah, it's probably not too complicated, but it feels like I'm trying to hold two lines of thoughts in my head at the same time. Let's refactor to the map once we've solved the problem ourselves first, because I don't think, like, I don't have a clear mental model of the problem yet, and then using somebody else's solution becomes really, really hard.
Should it be like 1 minus this?
Isn't there a I would use math min here or something. Like, just make sure that it doesn't go below 0. Or like, no, it doesn't go below 1. Go above 1. Or perhaps that's...
What are you saying?
No, okay, so let's say that time since last button up is 6 milliseconds.
Yes.
So that would mean like it's 6 divided by 5.
Yes.
What does that become? Like 6 divided
That
by
is like
5.
0.0 some percent.
Yeah, 0.1. It becomes 1.2. So that would mean that share of timeout passed. So that would mean that the intensity will go above 255, which is not a valid value.
Okay, I get it.
So I think that we want share of timeout passed to never go above 1.
Yeah. Should we just do an if?
Yeah, so it is just to do an if, then we don't have to figure out the syntax, like if there is a math max.
No, if time since last but not.
No, I mean if share of timeout passed is above 1, just set it to 1.
Okay, I'm not thinking. Good feeling. I don't have a good feeling about this, so.
All right. Oh, I have a good feeling about this. I think that it's, but we now we need to also use the intensity variable.
So you would just put.
Yeah. I think we can just remove that entire thing. Yeah. This is correct.
Yes, I think it will increase as well. I have a feeling we're doing it in the wrong order.
Yes, of course. Disc Demon says he's absolutely right that it's going to increase the intensity over time. That is true. Sweelogan says, please look at map. Yeah, it's just that I don't understand the problem yet, so I don't understand. Like, I don't know what kind of... I just don't understand map. Sorry.
Darko, Dave is at the top of the money pyramid because look at them. AirPods, hi-fi, buddy, we the same. That's funny.
Yeah.
Can you please try this, Matthias? Does it work?
Yeah, alright. So now it just immediately goes to... turns itself off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. No, hang on. Turn itself back on. And... After... Okay, I press it. Then it goes black. And then it... immediately goes to green after 5 seconds.
So it's fading up and not fading out.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I changed it to said 1 minus this time since last thingy.
Yeah.
The share, so we just make it the other way around.
Yep.
So now at least it should...
I press it.
Now
it goes like... Yeah, it completely turns off after 5 seconds. Can you do me a favor and hard code the value to the intensity to 125?
So I've hard coded the value to 125 to see if we can fade it.
And it works. Like it's the fading definitely works. So it's our math that is wrong.
Okay, so as a final step,
okay, so hang on. Hawkeye says like, no, why are you doing 1 minus on line 30?
Because if we have done this correct from the start, I thought it would fix it.
Yeah, but share of time.
I think I should
Share
have
of
done
time
it.
at past is correct. It's all right.
Hmm?
Um.
Okay, so we're changing back. We have that, but it's still not working.
Yeah. So
And
255.
this doesn't, like, the intensity doesn't change. Why doesn't it change? Does it have something to do with the intensity here?
Yeah. So. Hang on.
Atom is random. What? So
I think your division.
division.
Yeah, I think that your division is rounded until it's 1.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
So this intensity should be a float?
Perhaps.
Is that the thing?
Maybe.
You guys
Yeah,
must be
it's
new
called-
here.
yeah,
Never
it's-
listen to Twitch chat. That was funny.
But it's so fun. All right, so I think that we need to cast it back though before pasting it in there, but maybe not. Let's try it.
Okay, so how do I
Cast to float for Oh, we need to cast them to float, and the share of time out past is probably like the time, because time since last button up is an int, and fade out they are both ints there, so I think we need to cast them to floats in the. How do you cast in C?
How do you just put?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, exactly. I think.
Do I do it as int here then?
Each. Yeah, let's. Can we? Yeah, try that. I think no. I think that won't work because it can't. You can't cast. I think you actually need to do a math int there. But you also need to cast the other variable as well in the share of timeout past calculation.
This?
No, in the calculation of share out time past on line 30. That is also an int, so.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Extra
So
parent on line 37, yeah.
Yeah. Let's try this if it works. I suspect that all LEDs on will complain that intensity is not an int.
It's ready.
All right, cool. Pressing. Yes, it's fading. It's fading up though.
Yeah, so we just do 255 minus the intensity.
Yeah, sure.
Or we could actually do it on the intensity. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
So that was the one minus I was thinking of before, but I think I put it before we rounded it off, and that's probably the issue.
Hawkeye thinks that line 30 was fine without the float cast, and you just need to cast intensity to an int on line 37. Okay.
But it seemed to be working, right?
Yeah, I think that we need the floats. All right, so let's see. That didn't quite behave as I expected, but it did work. Let's check this. Let's actually count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it works.
Yeah,
it works as intended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. Success. Very good work.
I'm just refactoring here because I think this makes more sense to have the 255 before and then do this within parentheses, the 1 minus share of time not passed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and now we can delete this. Yeah. Way to go.
All right, so Disk Demon says that costs can be removed to test their effectiveness once a successful state have been achieved. That's a good point, actually.
What does that mean?
It means that like we're not sure if we need the costs.
Yeah, okay.
So we can try removing the costs there on line 30 and see if chat is correct.
Okay, let's try it.
Dacom says, way to go, you're all awesome and brave for doing this all live. Thank you. No, you're super nice actually. Everybody is like super supportive. It's like super fun to have everybody helping out.
Yeah. Twitch seems better than like Twitch. The people that are engaging on Twitch just seem nicer. But I guess it's because when you're engaging on Twitch, you know that people will listen to you, but when you're writing in like a YouTube comments field, you sort of like you don't really expect anyone to read it.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like then you can question like why are you even writing there, but I don't know.
Yeah, like
why
see a lot of comments on YouTube are like formulated as if I don't read the comments. Like they are directed to other commenters. Like they don't think that it's obvious that they don't think that a real human reads it.
Sweelogan, wouldn't it fail after a second press on the button? It should just light up again while it still fades out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely needed the floats.
Okay, let's put them back. I will put them back. I just want everything to be up and running before we turn this off.
Yep.
Funny how I'm not hungry even though it's lunchtime.
Ah, yeah. I wonder why that is.
Mm.
Doll of Cutie.
Aha, you only have to test one of them. Okay, sure.
Yeah, but I think that casting both shows intent well. Doll of Cutie says it's also probably because the science and technology section does not get a lot of troll traction. Yeah, I wouldn't like. Not
what
a lot
do you mean? Trolls don't believe in science? That's funny. That's really fun. It's a good point.
I'm gonna press it, and then as it fades, I'm gonna press it again. Yeah. It burps back to. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So now, Matthias, you can just put this to like 24 hours or something.
Yeah.
And then you can keep that as like to just keep your OCD up to speed.
Yeah. Actually,
you always have it.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I think we should wrap this up now because
I
will have to eat and then I have to go to this thing.
Yeah, but we are. I mean, we are exactly at like 90 minutes from when this stream was announced. So I think that this was like remarkably well done. BG Watson joins the stream just as we're finishing off. Hi, you're
Logan,
late.
I have no idea what the intent was. It's Matthias' idea. I don't know why you would do this because we have different personality. He's more of a person that needs to set up rules for himself.
That's true. Like me and Simon Yach are the same. We need like these feedback things. David doesn't need like habit trackers.
Yeah. And the next time, we probably will get on with the stream way earlier because now we've done this one time.
Yeah, I think that this was we had some trouble getting started, but way less than with the dev tips one, and I think that I don't know. got things going. We got something done in 60 minutes, and like, amazing.
And of course, yeah, as Mladio is saying, that we should have written up the intent. So if someone is joining, like while we're here stuck with the milliseconds or something, like what are we even doing?
Yeah.
But we will do that. We can put that in the overlay or something next time.
Yeah. The question, like, we need some kind of. It would be cool if we had like some dynamic overlay that that was updating from, you know, our task manager or something.
No. We should have like a small web server that's only updating for everyone, so that chat can change it.
Oh, that's a fucking great idea.
Yeah, because we need chat to we have to have work for chat to always update it. We need to put all these chatters into work, otherwise they will just sit there and help us instead. They need to have something to do.
We need a mob programming plugin for Twitch, so that we can like update in the overlays and people can vote on things, and because it, like, a lot of people like different suggestions, and it's so much fun we can do with this. Bot in the chat to update code. It would be pretty cool to have like a Visual Studio Code plugin where people could just inject code into your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, then I'll just do the outro and we're done.
Yeah.
Let's go to faces only, and of course it changed the size again. God damn it! We need to figure out how to make Twitch stop doing that. You have just watched an episode of Function. You have just watched an episode of Function. We release these in edited version on every Monday morning, 0800 GMT, and we stream it during the week on Twitch. You will forget that, so subscribe if you're on YouTube or follow us on Twitch. This has been an episode of Function. I am MPJ, and this is
David.
Until next Monday morning, or when you catch us during the stream, stay curious.